Have you ever felt like your spine is locked up? Like every movement might be the one that finally breaks you? That was me. For years. I lived with a back that didn't bend, a neck that refused to turn, and a constant ache that followed me from morning to night. I tried everything: painkillers, chiropractors, massage chairs, fancy cushions. Some things helped for a few days. Most didn't help at all. But the worst part wasn't the pain. It was the fear. The fear that I was just going to keep getting worse. That my body was slipping away from me. That I'd have to live the rest of my life avoiding certain chairs, certain stairs, even certain hugs. Then something changed. Not overnight, but steadily, gently. And it started with 4 simple exercises. In this video, I'll walk you through the exact routine that helped me rebuild trust in my spine. These moves are gentle, joint-friendly, and completely equipment-free. You don't need a gym. You don't need to be fit. All you need is a few quiet minutes and the willingness to start. If you've been dealing with chronic back pain, stiffness, or just that constant tight feeling through your spine, this might be the breakthrough you've been hoping for. And trust me, exercise number 3 was the one that changed everything for me. It unlocked parts of my spine I thought were gone for good. Let's begin. Exercise 1, pelvic tilt. If there was one move that reintroduced me to my spine, it was the pelvic tilt. I remember the first time I tried it. I was lying flat on my back, staring at the ceiling, thinking, this can't possibly do anything. It felt too easy, too small. But within a few repetitions, I noticed something I hadn't felt in a long time: control. You see, years of pain had made me brace constantly. My lower back was always tense, always tight, like it didn't trust me anymore. The pelvic tilt helped change that. It reactivated the deep muscles around my core and spine, the ones that are supposed to do the work, but often go silent after 50. To perform it, you simply lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. From there, gently flatten your lower back into the ground by tightening your abdominal muscles. It's a small movement, but the goal is subtlety, not power. Hold for a few seconds, then release and repeat. At first, I struggled to feel anything. My brain had forgotten how to engage those muscles, but over time, that gentle rock of the pelvis brought life back into the base of my spine. What I love about this movement is how safe it feels. You're fully supported. You're not twisting or bending. And yet, it starts to wake everything up, from your hips to your lower back to your breath. This was the move that made me believe I could rebuild from the inside out. It set the stage for everything that followed. Now let's move on to the next exercise, the one that helped me find stability, even when my spine felt shaky and weak. Exercise 2, bird dog. If the pelvic tilt helped me reconnect with my spine, then the bird dog taught me how to stabilize it. There was a time when I couldn't even stand on one leg without wobbling. My balance was off, my core felt weak, and any time I tried to twist or reach, my lower back would bark in protest. I didn't realize it then, but I was missing one of the most important foundations of a healthy spine: coordination. That's where the bird dog came in. The first time I tried it, I couldn't hold the position for more than a few seconds. My hands shook, my back dipped, my body wanted to cheat, to shift weight, to overcompensate. But I kept showing up, and with each day, I grew steadier. To perform it, you start on all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Slowly extend your right arm forward and your left leg straight back. Pause. Hold. Keep your back flat, your hips level, and your gaze down. Then return to center and switch sides. It sounds simple, but doing it right requires focus. It forces your entire body to work together. Shoulders, core, hips, glutes, all the muscles that support the spine. You don't need speed, you need control. This move gave me confidence again. I no longer felt fragile. I could feel my spine being supported from both sides, like scaffolding slowly going back up. The bird dog reminded me that strength doesn't have to be loud. Sometimes it's found in quiet, deliberate movement. And now, for the exercise that truly surprised me. The one that released years of tightness in a way no stretch or pill ever had. Exercise 3. Seated spinal twist. I never realized just how locked up my spine had become until I tried to twist. For years I avoided turning my torso. Even simple things like checking my blind spot while driving or twisting to grab something behind me felt risky. My back would spasm, or worse, freeze. I didn't just feel stiff, I felt fragile. That's why this next move, the seated spinal twist, was such a game changer. The first time I did it, I moved cautiously, barely turning an inch. But within a week, something shifted. I could breathe deeper. My ribcage moved more freely, and the chronic tightness in my mid and lower back started to let go. Here's what makes this exercise powerful. It reintroduces safe, controlled rotation to the spine, something we lose as we age. And without rotation, everything from walking to breathing suffers. To do it, sit on the floor with your legs extended. Bend your right knee and place your right foot on the outside of your left thigh. Keep your left leg straight. Sit up tall. Don't slouch. Then gently twist your torso to the right, placing your right hand behind you for support and your left elbow on the outside of your right knee for leverage. Hold the twist for a few breaths, then slowly return and switch sides. It's not about how far you twist. It's about moving with awareness. The goal is to create space between the vertebrae, to breathe into tight spots, and to trust your spine again. This stretch reminded me that healing doesn't always come from pushing harder, but from listening deeper. Next up is the movement that helped me restore posture and shoulder alignment, especially after years of rounding forward. Exercise 4. Wall angels. After years of sitting at a desk, slouching in chairs, and carrying stress in my shoulders, my posture had collapsed. My head jutted forward, my upper back rounded, and my shoulders felt like they were glued in place. I thought it was just aging, but it wasn't. It was habit and weakness, and that's why the wall angel became my daily reset. The first time I stood against the wall, I could barely get my arms to touch. I was shocked. My spine had lost its natural curve and my shoulder blades weren't moving like they should. I felt tight, restricted, old. But the beauty of this movement is that it meets you where you are. Slowly, gently, it retrains your posture, reconnects you to your upper spine, and activates the muscles that hold you upright. To begin, stand with your back flat against a wall, heels, hips, upper back, and head all touching if possible. Bring your arms up into a goalpost position, with elbows bent at 90 degrees and the backs of your hands facing the wall. Then slowly raise your arms upward while keeping them in contact with the wall as much as possible. Lower them back down with control. It might feel humbling at first. You'll notice where your body wants to cheat, but over time the tension starts to melt. Your chest opens and your upper back strengthens. You stop slouching. You start standing taller naturally. This final exercise helped restore the alignment I had lost, and it gave my spine the support it needed from the top down. Now that you've seen all four, let me share how everything changed once I put them together, and how you can too. I used to believe my spine was beyond saving. Years of pain will do that to you. They chip away at your hope, make you move less, trust less, and slowly they convince you that this is just the way things are going to be from now on. But I'm living proof that it doesn't have to be. These 4 gentle exercises didn't just ease my pain, they gave me my spine back. My posture improved. My confidence returned. I stopped flinching every time I bent forward or twisted to the side. And more than anything, I stopped feeling fragile. No gym, no machines, no expensive treatments. Just mindful movement, a few minutes each day, and the decision to take ownership of my body again. If you've made it this far, I want to challenge you. Start today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Do these 4 exercises, 1 round each day for the next 7 days. Don't overthink it. Don't chase perfection. Just show up. Consistency is where the healing happens. And when you start to feel your spine unlock, when you take that first pain-free deep breath, when you stand taller without even trying, come back here and let me know. I'd love to hear your story. If this video brought you value, don't forget to subscribe. We've got more routines like this, simple, safe, and designed specifically for timeless men over 50. Check out the next video on screen. It walks you through a full-body morning routine to loosen stiff joints and energize your day. You're not broken. You're just out of balance. And now, you're on your way back. God bless you, my friend.